TCIG X Spaces Highlights, March 2025.
Welcome to X Spaces for TC Investment Group, or TCIG. I'm Anthony Crave, your host and founder of TCIG. Once you find and understand crypto, you don't go back. It's a one-way street to economic freedom. This is my passion, and I'm dedicated to helping other people understand the eternal benefits of tokenization. If you've been following along with us on our socials up until this point, we truly appreciate the support and look forward to helping you experience the enlightenment of crypto. I will go over just our vision, mission, and company values. Our vision is to simplify the process of owning digital property on blockchain so we can all move towards a world of economic and financial freedom. Our mission statement is educating on transparent self-custody of digital assets, how to store them securely, and how to use them correctly and efficiently, all in an effort to drive adoption. Our company values are equality, leveling the playing field, freedom from a broken system, and prosperity, where we can all be successful. So the first thing we want to share was the SEC ending investigations into the following crypto companies: Robinhood, Uniswap, Gemini, Consensys. There's also Coinbase, Yuga Labs, and also Kraken. Yeah, I mean, this all happened, just in the last couple days, last week leading up to this. I mean, Robinhood, they are merging with Bitstamp, is the longest standing exchange out there. And Robinhood stands as, one of the largest trading platforms in the world. Uniswap is the largest DEX, decentralized exchange. Just like Coinbase is a centralized exchange, we cover all these basics. Gemini, also a centralized exchange like Coinbase, by the Winklevoss twins. Consensys, they're behind Ethereum.
There's been a really massive shift in the regulatory approach, really the political sphere at this time, that's really moving away from aggressive enforcement towards more a collaborative regulatory stance. So it's really exciting to see these companies that have been leading the way for so long be able to focus on what they're doing as opposed to have to deal with all these legal issues while they're trying to innovate.
Definitely a time to be here in crypto to witness all this innovation and collaboration happening.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen kind of the opposite. Well, we've seen a lot of things go overseas for that particular reason, because there's been such regulatory friendliness, to say the least, in this country. Trading platforms and team marketplaces, DEXs, to Europe, they've all gone to the Bahamas, had these amazing companies be able to grow within our borders. Regulatory friendliness now is really something that will let them grow in the U.S.
Crypto capital of the world. Here we go. This is also big news. The Crypto Summit, some major players come in here. Of course, Michael Saylor of Strategy, Chainlink, Coinbase CEO, Brian Armstrong, Robinhood CEO, Kraken. I mean, this is probably one of the biggest, or the biggest gathering of founders, investors, CEOs, and right in DC.
It's not just people that are crypto native, large fintech firms that are pivoting towards it, like Robinhood, Flat Tenant. It's a mix of really forward-thinking organizations that are pushing this technology and this industry into institutional and retail hands.
Kind of clarity on what's happening with this strategic reserve, whether it's Bitcoin or crypto or what's going to be involved, because of course, if you're paying attention over the weekend, they did say strategic crypto reserve, and it came out that there's going to be 5 of them in there. It was actually on the news today: Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano.
They're all American-based cryptos. A lot of people have been speculating on which other ones would be added based on just them being created here in America. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if any of the tokens that World Liberty Financial holds are included in that as well, like Move and a few other ones. Athena.
The Made in USA. There's a good handful of them. Decentraland, Basic Attention Token, Algorand, the Graph, Helium.
On assumptions that they'll all be included, but I feel like they only have so much room and so much capital to spend. So I think that's why those first 5 that you spoke of were announced, just because by market cap they're the largest, so they kind of make the most sense. But there are a lot out there that could be included.
Yeah, I'm looking at some other ones. I mean, it is interesting to learn which ones are made in the USA. Like Pudgy Penguins, or like Render, or like you said, Movement, EOS, Dash, Telcoin. Telcoin is a great platform. Of course, you got Ondo.
I think it's going to drive a lot of investment towards the ones that are selected to be put into the reserve, not just because there's going to be federal funds going into them, but also they should get a regulatory green flag, and not really have to worry about any legal issues going forward if they're included in national reserve.
Consensys and MetaMask. Consensys is a leading Web3 company behind Ethereum, and MetaMask is a leading self-custodial wallet browser extension. But in this video from ETH Denver, Joe Lubin, the co-founder of Ethereum, he talks on Ethereum's growth, the SEC dropping their investigation, opening up more transparent discussions about what their direction is going to be like going forward.
I was going to say, just real quick on MetaMask, it's actually a bit more than a browser extension. It's one of the first real multi-chain wallets. It does have a great browser extension, but really one of the, if not the largest and most popular self-custodial wallet available. So a lot of people, I know, there's other options, but if they're starting off on-chain, most dApps will have a connection to the MetaMask wallet.
A couple other things he mentions is how they basically have like infinite scalability. with Ethereum now, with like the L2s, L3s, L4s, the way they can scale horizontally and vertically with the rollups. And he talks about Linea, of course, which is their zero knowledge EVM L2.
Yeah, everyone's using L2s now. I don't know a single team right now that's building on just the Ethereum-based chain. Everyone uses L2s because it's kind of the name of the game. The fastest, cheapest way to interact.
This is just a preview of the MetaMask and Arculus metal cards that were released at ETH Denver as well. This is legendary. I mean, I've been a big fan of Arculus for a while, but seeing them team up with MetaMask and basically create a self-custodial card that bridges the gap with Web3 and real-world payments. Holding your crypto and also spending it with the same card is extraordinary. With MasterCard, I don't know how much bigger you can get with that.
Yeah, the card itself looks sick. I really like the design.
Oh, it's so cool. I can't wait to get one.
I'm hoping that they kind of include some, incentives for using the card.
I was seeing it was 3% USDC cashback. They say you could also earn yield on balances. Etherealize, which is institutional marketing arm and product arm of Ethereum. They just launched in January, actually. And their founder was recently on the floor of Wall Street. He was speaking about institutional adoption and regulatory clarity on the Schwab network, and talked about the strategic reserve, talked about the DApp product suite, and how institutional giants are coming to Ethereum and basically ready to tokenize the planet. So Jan3 is a company working in the space. They work to accelerate hyper Bitcoinization with nation state adoption and their native Aqua Bitcoin wallet. This is a great documentary to check out. It's called Money Electric. Basically about the mystery of Bitcoin, replacing the dollar as the world reserve currency, undermining the Federal Reserve, separating money and state. It follows cypherpunks like Hal Finney, Adam Back, Peter Todd. Definitely a great documentary to check out. And you can check out this screening video. They answer some questions about it. Talk about freedom money, of course, Bitcoin censorship resistant. Just talking about behind the scenes questions revolving the documentary. Well, another documentary they have, this is actually a pretty good one too, talks about the day the world changed forever, called Searching for Satoshi. And there's another video I was going to show you about Samson Mow, which is the co-founder of Jan3 with Adam Back. He's basically just talking about people underestimating the combination of people buying Bitcoin and the volatility we're about to see. Not only nation states, but you have people who hold. You got the US wanting to buy, $1 billion in the next 4 years worth of Bitcoin. I mean, you have every country in the world creating their policies to buy Bitcoin. So the supply shock is going to be pretty great pretty soon. 19.8 million Bitcoin have already been mined, and there's only 21 million, so Strategy, it says here, Strategy holds almost 2% of the Bitcoin supply, and he's not stopping. He's raising 42 billion to, I think he said in the next 3 years to just keep buying Bitcoin. Doesn't matter what price it is, if it's up, if it's down. If you're interested, you can look at the Sailor tracker that's out there. You can check us out for more information on our site at tcig.info, our LinkedIn at TC Investment Group, and of course the X, which we're on now, TCIG LLC 1. Hop on the train and get on chain. Let's cut out all the noise and build together.